So that comment section on chronic wasting disease in deer is full of comments like this from virologists, epidemiologists, nurses, doctors, wildlife biologists, even a couple game wardens chimed in talking about how terrifying they find prion-related diseases. So let's talk about what we know of CWD. Chronic wasting disease is caused by prions, misfolded proteins, and it's 100% fatal in deer. Thus far, it has been observed in white-tailed deer, black-tailed deer, mule deer, Rocky Mountain elk, and moose. It's spread from animal to animal via contact with infected blood, saliva, urine, and feces, and what's scary is that it can remain in the environment for years in water, soil, and food. When a deer is infected, the disease moves to the brain and spinal fluid and can cause a range of symptoms, from wasting away, literally because they stop eating, to stumbling or lack of coordination. It can look like they're in perpetual motion because they're constantly trying to balance themselves. They'll drool, listlessness, appearing out of it. Zombie deer is sometimes used as a term for deer that have chronic wasting disease. Excessive thirst and or peeing, drooping ears, and this one's particularly scary, a lack of a fear of people. Reminds me a little bit of a rabies infection, but keep in mind, rabies is a virus. CWD was first identified in the 1960s in captive deer populations and in 1981 in wild deer populations, but since then it's spread to 35 states and 4 Canadian provinces. Nationally, in the United States, 1 in every 10 deer is infected with chronic wasting disease, and in areas of hot spots, it's 1 in every 4 deer. Now, it is important to note that there are other prion-related diseases out there that infect animals we eat and interact with that have yet to infect us. Scrapie is the best example. It is a prion-related disease that infects sheep and goats. However, bovine spongiform encephalopathy, otherwise called mad cow disease, is a prion-related disease that can infect us when we eat infected beef. In fact, it causes a disease called variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease that is 100% fatal in people who get it. You are dead within 14 months of the first onset of symptoms. And what's more, lab research shows that macaques, spider monkeys, and mice can all contract chronic wasting disease by eating infected deer meat. And with literally millions of deer hunters about to head into the field in the next few months to get their deer, we will be interacting with deer that have CWD. Keep safe out there. If you suspect an animal has chronic wasting disease, report it to the proper authorities. Stay safe.